Okay, let's unpack this. Artificial intelligence, it's transforming our world, right? Incredible advancements happening. But beneath the surface of these really powerful systems, there's this critical challenge, often hidden, bias.
That's exactly right. And our deep dive today is all about that, why bias in AI is a big deal.
Hmm.
We're going to explore how, even subtle hidden biases in the data AI learns from,
Mm.
how they can lead to profoundly unfair outcomes. And also why principles like fairness, accountability, and transparency, what people often call FAT, why they're just absolutely essential in tech right now.
Yeah, essential, because I think when most people hear AI, they probably imagine something purely logical, objective, maybe. But the thing is, many might not realize these systems, especially the machine learning ones, they learn from us, from human-generated data. And yeah, unfortunately, that means they can soak up our values, but also, well, our biases too.
It is fascinating and honestly a bit alarming. Fei Li, who's a major voice in AI, put it very clearly. She said, if that whole machine learning pipeline, from gathering data right through to the final AI, if it starts with biased data, the outcome will be biased. And the effects, they can be really significant, sometimes even fatal. We've seen examples where systems just perform much better for certain groups, like, say, white men, upper income.
Just because that's who was mostly in the training data?
Exactly, just because of overrepresentation.
So the machine is incredibly literal then. It learns precisely what it sees in the data, even if that pattern isn't what we intended to learn, like a random correlation.
Precisely. It doesn't get intent, it just finds statistical links,
Yeah.
patterns.
Yeah.
And that can lead to some really unexpected failures. I mean, think about this. An AI trained to spot certain animals,
Right.
but maybe all the training pictures had those animals against, say, a blurry background.
Okay.
Well, the AI might actually learn that the blurry background is part of what makes it that animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you showed a really clear picture of the same animal. It might fail
Hmm.
because that background clue it learned isn't there.
Wow. So it's learning the context, not the subject itself.
Sometimes, yeah. It learns the noise, not the signal we wanted.
Okay, so if that passive bias wasn't enough to worry about, here's where it gets really interesting, I think. These systems aren't just mirrors. They can actually be actively messed with, right?
Ah,
Exploited.
that raises a huge question about trust, doesn't it? If these deep learning systems are so good, how come they can be fooled? And researchers have shown they can be. With tiny changes, things humans wouldn't even notice, like adding a few specific pixels.
Imperceptible changes.
Almost, yeah. They can trick face recognition systems into misidentifying someone, or make a self-driving car misread a stop sign because someone stuck a tiny weird sticker on it.
That's concerning.
It gets worse. Think about medical images. These tiny manipulations, they've been shown to potentially flip a diagnosis from no cancer to cancer present, with AI being highly confident.
Okay, that's terrifying.
It really highlights these critical issues of trustworthiness and the potential for fraud or just dangerous mistakes in really high-stakes areas.
So, what does all this mean for how we actually build AI and govern it? It sounds like it goes way beyond just technical tweaks.
Oh, absolutely. The problems we're seeing, bias, trust, vulnerability, they aren't just tech problems for engineers alone to fix. They're fundamentally social issues, political issues even, which means the discussions, the regulations, they have to include diverse voices, not just the AI experts, everyone affected.
That makes sense.
And it's good to see some movement. Big tech companies like Google and Microsoft, they're already responding. They've actually held back on offering general-purpose facial recognition tech, for instance, paused it until they feel they can guarantee it aligns with ethical principles and, won't be abused.
That's a pretty big step. Shows they're taking it seriously.
It does. It shows a growing sense that responsibility needs to be baked in from the start.
It almost sounds, and maybe this is optimistic, but could machines actually end up being less biased than humans?
Well, that's certainly a compelling idea some people are floating. Jan LeCun, another big name in AI, he thinks it might actually be easier to reduce bias in machines than in us.
Easier. Why?
Because, let's be honest, fixing deep-seated human biases is incredibly hard, right?
True.
But with machines, if we can consciously control the data they learn from, if we design the algorithms with fairness explicitly in mind, maybe there's a chance AI could actually surpass us in being impartial. It's a hope, anyway.
This whole deep dive, it really does bring home the point, doesn't it? AI is incredibly powerful, transformative, yes, but understanding bias, actively working to address it, that's just paramount if we want to develop it responsibly.
Indeed. The future AI isn't just about making them smarter. It really relies on us ensuring they're fair, accountable, and transparent for everyone. It leaves you thinking, though.
Hmm.
What do you listening see as the single biggest hurdle we face in making AI truly equitable for all of society?